Hey guys, we're going to start today. We're going to be talking about a 2017 Volkswagen Golf R 2-liter TSI motor. This is obviously the Type R right here, 2-liter motor. The process we're going to start on today is going to be installation of the Stage 2 tunes, including the recommended hard components from Integrated Engineering. As we walk around the car, we can see that we already have some Integrated Engineering products on the vehicle. Cold air intake right here, obviously. It's also got equipped with a drip can. That's not from Integrated Engineering, but definitely a very, very good idea to have that done. As we move around the car, we can see that we are definitely showing where our interests lie on performance parts, which is excellent. So, and there's a shout out for you, Nikki, right there. We're going to move over to the parts, the hard components here. So basically what we've got is the intercooler. Now this thing is a monster, and there's a lot of tech that goes into this, a lot of R&D. Basically what they've done is they've included a couple of different systems that the most important thing is it reduces the heat soak. Basically, it increases the intercooler's ability to actually cool, the levels and the temperatures at which it can cool to. This car is going to create a lot more heat when we're done than when we've started. And if we had left the intercooler that was in the car, the stock intercooler, what we would have is we would have an intercooler that cannot compete and cool from the temperatures that will be created when we're done. So this is a vitally important piece of the process. Otherwise, you lose a lot of spec, and that's not something you want when you're adding performance parts. Silicone hoses, really important that these are quality components. There's a lot of stuff out there that's not quality, a lot that doesn't fit right, which can be not only a pain, but when you're driving down the road, creating the sort of boost and sort of pressures that you're creating, you definitely don't want these coming off. Basically, as you can see here, catted downpipe, basically what they've done is they've created a 76 millimeter tubing, which creates, for obvious reasons, a lot more airflow. The downpipe here, which connects to the rest of your exhaust system. Anytime you're adding specific components to an existing exhaust system, it's vitally important that the items that you use to do so are proper. Obviously, the tubing's bigger, so what you're going to need is you're going to need something to bridge the gap from the new to the old. That's what this item right here is designed for. Obviously, it's stainless. It's quality made. It's quality build. That's an awesome component. And this is more of what you would call a turbo bracket. Basically, it connects your upper mount here to the pre-existing components in the vehicle. Anytime you're doing this, it's really, really important that you find out what works well with the tunes that you're doing. Integrated Engineering does an excellent job at saying, hey, you want these tunes, you want to go stage 2, you want to push your car from 290 horsepower to above 400, which is where we're going to be when we're done. You've got to take into account what your car needs in order to handle that. You need to keep the temperatures down, which is what the intercooler does, and you want to get the car as much airflow as you can safely give it while doing it responsibly, which is what you're going to get out of this downpipe. Let's talk about the tunes for a second. There's a couple of different tunes. There's a couple of different ways to do it. There's 2 tunes that we're going to do today. We're going to be doing the Stage 2 tune, which addresses everything from air ratio to fueling, and we're going to be doing the DSG. This is a DSG transmission. Basically, the tune, what it does is, because we're going to go high torque with a Stage 2 tune, it's going to be giving the transmission the necessary influence that it needs in order to be able to handle the shift points, extend the shift points, which is vitally important that we don't create any problems within the transmission. The transmission definitely needs to have that tune, and it's one of the things that Integrated Engineering is a must-do on this Stage 2 tune. You can go high torque and low torque. Impacts a lot more in a manual transmission. Basically, the high torque, the stock clutch is not going to be able to handle the high torque. The low torque, you're going to be fine. The high torque, you're going to definitely need to upgrade your clutch. In the DSG, like this is, you're going to be in a position where you're primarily concerned about making sure that DSG transmission has the proper software in it. And we're going to do that before we start running anything on this vehicle. So, like I said, it's vitally important that when you go ahead and have a relationship with a performance company for your Volkswagen, for your Audi, that the components that are built it's great for me. I prefer the part to be built in-house. The intercooler built in-house in Utah, which is great. I love it. If there's a scenario where we need 30 of them, they can actually tell me how long it takes me to get them, which is fantastic. But when they build a product, they stand behind the product more because it's something that they build. There's a pride in that for them. And that's a phenomenal thing. So I think when you're making the decision of who you're going to do your performance with, can you reach them? Can you contact them if you have a problem, or the installation file when it's showing you how to do it isn't opening properly? Can you actually reach somebody and not be on your own trying to install these $800 to $1,200 components? There's a lot of competition out there in the performance market. Anyone that's Googled their car, their Volkswagen, their Audi on doing performance work knows that you get 900 items that come up on your searches. When we make the decision about who we're going to use, it really comes down to, are they going to stand behind the products they make? And when there's a reason to reach them on the phone, when we need them, are they there? And I think it's vitally important to at least put out there that every time we've reached out to integrated engineering, they have been super helpful. Whether it's in ordering, whether it's something back ordered, whether we need it tomorrow, what can we do? It's they've been an amazing partner for us, and they will do the exact same thing for you.